Hello and welcome to this edition of Jerusalem Dateline. I'm Chris Mitchell. After more than a decade, economic sanctions against Iran have been lifted. But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the issue is still the same. Iran must not be allowed to get nuclear weapons. CBN correspondent Julie Stahl has that story.
Israel says even though the nuclear deal with Tehran has been implemented, Iran must not be trusted.
The whole international community will have to be extremely watchful and extremely vigilant because we cannot trust Iran to fully implement the agreement. And even if they do implement the agreement, one has to remember that it is limited in time. It is limited to 10 or 15 years.
Netanyahu fought a losing battle against the Iranian nuclear agreement for years. Saudi Arabia and the Gulf states also opposed the deal. They said it would legitimize Iran as a nuclear threshold state. It allowed the lifting of sanctions against Iran and puts billions of dollars of resources in their hands. Foreign Ministry spokesman Emmanuel Nachshon told CBN News that Iran's ambitions go far beyond its nuclear pursuit.
One cannot ignore the fact that Iran is not only engaged in nuclear activities, it is also engaged in subversive activities all over the Middle East. You can see the Iranian fingerprint in any and every activity of Hezbollah in Syria, in Yemen, in other places in the region. There is a huge enterprise of destabilization which is orchestrated by Tehran.
President Obama hailed the implementation day of the deal as a victory. It also included the release of 5 Americans from Iranian prison and the speedy release of U.S. sailors captured in Iranian waters last week. Nachshon says Israel has had experience with its citizens being captured by terrorists.
On a humanitarian and personal level, of course, we are all very happy. People taken hostages by terrorists should be released. But does it make the terrorists less terrorists? The answer is no.
In the meantime, Nachshon says Israel will have to live with the deal, even though the potential for danger is huge. Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.